Cowboys, and the Jets. Or whoever you're rooting for, all in your living room. But not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Watch every game every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Consolation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, is excited to return to Timuquana Country Club with a week of entertainment September 30th through October 6th. This PGA Tour Champions event brings a unique approach to golf with our celebrity friends and a focus on live music, local food, and major fun for all. All proceeds benefit Northeast Florida charities through the Jim and Tabitha Furyk Foundation. Youth 17 and under and all military members and their families attend for free. Purchase tickets at consolationfurykandfriends.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-900-4770, 904-900-4770. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-900-4770.
Are you still asking the question, why Arlington? Lucky for you, I've got all the answers. Arlington's lot is packed with new Toyotas, in stock in one location, ready to go home with you today. 60-day exchange. That's 60 days to love your new Toyota purchase or exchange it for one you do. Worried about financing? There's the Arlington Credit Helper. You even get complimentary car wash with every service. So instead of asking, why Arlington? I'm going to ask, why aren't you here yet? 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. The NFL kicks off Week 2 tonight in Miami with the Dolphins hosting the Bills. Both teams 1-0, but ESPN's Jason McCourty says this one is more important for Miami.
This game means so much for the Miami Dolphins at this point, and it is early. It's only week 2 in the season, but we continue to doubt the Miami Dolphins. No matter how many yards Tua puts up, no matter how many times Tyreek Hill is screaming down the sideline, or Jalen Waddle's doing his celebration in the end zone, we say, well, is this a team that can win in January?
Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, and San Diego State. All 4 will leave the Mountain West. The Pac-12 still needs 2 more schools to meet the NCAA minimum of 8 members.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Friday. I know it's only week 2, but I'll tell you which winless teams need a win this weekend if they want to make the playoffs. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
All right. Getting the last second buttons pushed. Clearing out the pipes. Allow me to just clear the pipes out. All right. Ready to go. Welcome to the Aaron Schachter Show. It's a Friday edition on a Thursday, Brian. It's been a long time. At least 7 days since we had a Friday edition on a Thursday. And I'm happy to be here, dang it.
Yeah, man. I hear it.
Or not. I'm suffering today. Anyone else suffering with allergies? I mean, yeah, I can blame myself. I didn't necessarily take the medication when it started to rear its ugly head yesterday. But I think all this rain is like stirred up all the other stuff. Is that a thing that happens? When it rains a lot, does the pollen get all stirred up? Gosh, I'm all congested in my eyes and my head. I'm all juicy in my speech and my nose.
You could just be sick.
You want some of this?
Probably too late, number one. And number 2, you're probably just sick.
I'm not sick. Sick of your nonsense.
Could be.
That's what I'm sick of.
You did have some extra extra potential, bacteria in there yesterday.
Did I?
When you guys were talking.
Oh, you're talking about
potentially
Footgate 2024.
Oh, I can't wait to the new Aaron movie promo. It was Boo-Boo Gate. Now it's Footgate.
Footgate. In a world where toe jam is the biggest problem. In a world where scraggly toenails are the most dangerous thing on the table. That was scary. If you didn't see yesterday's show or listen to yesterday's show, I'm sorry, Brian. Hold on one second. We've got breaking news. Yeah,
you might just be sick, my boy.
All right. I feel better now.
Might just be ill.
Sometimes you got to get it out of your system, man. I don't know if I actually did it just there, but it felt like it. Felt like I tried a little bit. Okay, what was I talking about? I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Taking drugs.
Oh, we were talking about Thibodeau.
Allergies. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got to sneeze. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, man, we might just need to wrap the show. You know what? We still got music playing. If we want to, if you want to bring the music bed in and say, hey, because I can execute a workflow, get a talk on going, we can go home.
What about you? You could host the show.
Could.
You host your own show on the weekend.
Hosted, we use the term lightly, but yeah.
Oh, boy.
There you go. Look at you. Number 2, number 3.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. You sure?
Yeah, why wouldn't you host the show, man? You hosted Overtime with Casey Kurtz.
I was a co-host.
You host the pregame show. You rock a solo show over there.
It was a co-host.
I tried to get on that pregame show. You were like, no, my man. This is a Brian Middleton production.
Well.
I was like, all right, we got to let you have some things as well.
Some of those words were used in the conversation, but I feel like the tone was a little bit different from Aaron, but okay. All right. So? Aaron's like, who's hosting the show on Sunday? Exactly, who's hosting the show on? Aaron's like, you must be. I said, that talent fee must be outstanding.
I was like, how much they paying you? What?
Aaron said, that's
not quite. Okay.
That's great.
Well, look, I'm gonna try really hard not to sneeze.
Are you sure?
For the
Shall
rest
we
of the
just
show.
reset? I got it right. I got it ready right. Do you want to just reset?
If you want to start us over, we can.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Thank you. Welcome to it. It's the Aaron Schachter Show, better known as Sneezy in the afternoons. You can give us a call and sneeze at us if you want. 904-362-9901. Looking for all kinds of sneezes today. I want to feel the moisture through the phones. Lay it on us.
You never finished about Footgate. You never finished. You kept sneezing.
I'm just saying, if anyone didn't watch the show yesterday, sports freak Michelle Thibodeau came here and assaulted us with her Frito feet. Oh!
She only assaulted you. I'm in this room.
I don't even know how we got there. I was on the way home. I was texting a friend of mine who is really freaked out by feet.
Okay.
I was sending screen caps and everything. I was like, look at what happened today. She was like, how'd that happen? I was like, I don't even know how we got there. I don't even know how we got there. What were we even talking about? Suddenly Michelle's got her feet out on camera like she's trying to earn money on an OnlyFans. Like, Jay, calm down.
I don't remember now. I would have remembered if you hadn't just questioned how it happened, but I don't remember how we got there.
Does she know she's on the news? Someone's got to let this lady know. She's got a full-time job she's got to protect. Out here trying to earn side income with her big toe and her pinky toe.
She said, hey, man, she said she knows somebody that bought a big screen television after selling some
with their feet.
Some footies.
Yeah, then she starts listing websites. I'm like, what do you do with your free time? Out of control yesterday. It was wild.
You might have to put Thibodeau on the IR. You might have to put her out for 4 games.
Just with a bad foot. She's got turf toe. So that was pretty wild. If you want to go watch that catastrophe, you go ahead and do so. We streamed it on YouTube and Facebook, and I would tell you that the podcast is up, but it's not. It's been struggling lately. We're trying to get back in a consistent role with that. So
good for us.
Hang tight. Be patient with that one. I do have a couple of stories I want to get to today. Obviously, today's Thursday. We got NFL action tonight, Miami, Buffalo.
Yeah, man.
You know I like to do my underdog fantasy picks. We'll do that in the 4 o'clock hour. We'll allow the show to participate as well. You guys at home, you can help us make these picks. We'll put it up on the video stream and talk about it on the radio, and then you guys call in and tell us what to do. I'll throw some cash down on it, courtesy of Underdog Fantasy, our new partners on the show. Thank you so much, guys. Also, I got a former Eagles scout who I guess has some connection with Doug Pederson, who says he thinks not only is Doug on the hot seat, but we could see a legendary Hall of Fame head coach take the job from him. Wonder who he's talking about. Just kidding. I know. I cut up the audio.
Yeah.
But maybe you're wondering who he's talking about. We'll get to that in the 4 o'clock hour as well. We've also got Jaguars press conference audio. We never got to Trev yesterday. We played like one cut from Doug. And then Press Taylor and Ryan Nielsen hit the podium today. So we'll see if there's anything worth listening to from those guys today. The Browns continue to have drama, really distract the team. We'll talk a little bit of Deshaun Watson and a conspiracy theory that someone in our business has thrown out about who's leaking this information to the media about the lawsuits. I thought maybe you would find that interesting. You love your conspiracy theories. If you remember yesterday, the show fell to shambles when we saw the breaking news that Shannon Sharpe was getting it done on Instagram Live. I mean, we were sidetracked for a good half hour. Thibodeau even got in on it. Yesterday, Shannon Sharpe denied. He was hacked, he said. Well, now he's coming clean. We've got the audio there. We'll talk about it and break it down. But before we get to anything else, Brian, I do want to talk a little bit of Jaguars with you.
Okay.
Because this weekend, Jaguars and Browns doing the business here in Duval, but it won't be at Everbank Stadium. Do you know where the game will be held?
Everbank Stadium.
Look at you. Look at you ruining the joke.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to ruin or not.
You can. It's fine. I was asking.
Now, educate me. Where?
This comes from Mike DeRocco over at ESPN.com, the mothership. He says the teams will be meeting at Everbank Stadium, renamed after Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence, as part of his collab with the stadium's naming rights sponsor, Everbank. Now, look, was Trevor drafted here when the stadium was still Everbank? How long was it TIAA, Bank Field? You need an earlier bedtime over there, everybody.
No, I need just a longer bedtime.
When did we switch back from TI? Because Everbank Stadium seems like low-hanging fruit for the word pun enthusiasts, but it's very clever. Very clever. In any case, Trev doesn't really like the spotlight. But he's into this idea, I guess. His collaboration with the Jacksonville-based financial services company began last month. He's appeared in ads across multiple platforms. Maybe you've seen him on social media or on television. The ads were filmed in June. They include one in which he's helping supervise the installation of the Everbank logo. So this has been in the works now for months. Pretty cool they kept it under wraps. Trevor likes the commercial. He says it's a pretty good spot. Lawrence teased the announcement earlier this week when he posted on X, featured 4 photos of him from different angles in a slideshow with the words, "It's time for a change." It was unfortunate timing for Trev because it was just after the Jaguars lost in a very familiar fashion for the Jaguars, opening day in the NFL, after getting everyone's hopes up and then dashing those hopes in the second half. And then Trev and the Jaguars come through with the post, "It's time for a change," and boy, did the comment section lay in. That was a rough one.
2018. That took a long time, but 2018.
2018, he was drafted in 21. 2018 when the TIAA Bank left or came?
Came.
So when was it done? 2 years ago?
Guess 2023.
That was really the question I was asking.
Oh, okay. 5 years, it looks like. 5 seasons.
Well, I'm asking because did Trev ever play in Everbank before last year?
No.
Interesting. A lot of people thought he was going to cut his hair.
Let's not get crazy, man.
It's a little weird. People get excited about that. That's something that would excite you? Well, Trev specifically. Did you hear 16's going to cut his hair? Like, is that lighting you up? It's not lighting me up. I mean, it's different. Oh, he cut his hair. It's not something that I would get excited about, that I would be expecting the football team to be posted about. Trev's getting a haircut. Okay, cool. So am I this weekend. Well, I mean,
Are you?
I'll shave it. I mean to shave it every weekend. I had to buy new blades, though, Brian. I get specialty blades.
Really?
I have a specialty shaver.
Because the scalp skin is much more sensitive. Is that why?
A little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to get like ingrown hairs on my head, walk around with pimples on my head. So I got a special shaver. It'd be cool if Trev shaved his whole head. That'd be a story. Like, what happened to Trevor's hair?
Nah, he might want to AI that before he do that one, because that's a little.
What?
Excuse me. I didn't.
What's that?
I didn't quite catch it. It sounded like a. Did you mute your microphone?
No, I tried. I don't want to keep sneezing into the microphone.
Man, ain't no way, man. Tell you what, Aaron.
I can't.
Why don't you break out early? Why don't we get an early break, man? We get you some meds.
Idea.
We'll get you some tissues, and we'll reconvene.
I love that idea.
You like that? All right, let's get this music going.
That's a great idea.
I like that, because you're going through it right now, and I don't want you to have to force yourself another 5 minutes.
I don't know if I'm going to stop going through it is the problem.
Oh,
I didn't get to anything here. We're already going to break.
It's all good, man. We'll have a long B block.
Where am I even getting the medication from, Brian?
That's fair. But all the people in here, somebody does some drugs.
All 6 people in the building?
Yeah, and I know 3 of them right now that you probably should just ask.
It's 3:15.
Got a pharmacy in the pocket.
Oh, okay. Let me go see if the narcotics can clear up my nose. Where's the sports freak when we need her? We'll be back on the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901. When we come back, Albert Breer goes through an exercise on his podcast that is insulting to us here in Duval. But we'll do it with him and see how we feel about it next on the Aaron Schachter Show.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690. Mostly cloudy, very warm and humid with showers at times and a few thunderstorms developing. Though once again will be some heavy downpours, highs in the mid-80s. An evening shower storm tonight down to 75 and partly to mostly cloudy for your Friday with more showers and thunderstorms, highs in the mid-80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds, proud to offer a huge selection of both lab-grown and natural diamonds at the lowest prices guaranteed.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Hello?
Boss, I got bad news.
What happened?
My air conditioner conked out.
Oh, well, just find us more houses to rob without Safe Touch security. Then you can afford to get your AC fixed.
Oh, but Safe Touch signs are popping up everywhere.
It's that special they're running. A state-of-the-art Safe Touch system, including video doorbell camera, for no money down.
Yeah, and customers can add an indoor video camera for just $49.
It's no wonder Safe Touch signs are popping up like weeds.
So, boss, can I stay at your place till my AC is fixed?
No, you snore, and you smell like cabbage.
What?
Look, having no AC gives you extra incentive to find those houses without Safe Touch. Because, you know, we gotta stick to the Crooks R Us golden rules. Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Wait,
gotta go.
Are you sure I can't stay with...
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson with Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
No money down offer is for a limited time. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Don't let the wind, rain, or sun ruin your pickleball day. Toontown Pickleball is now open in downtown Jacksonville with 6 indoor pickleball courts. Yes, 6 indoor pickleball courts, rain or shine. Visit jackstoontown.com for more information.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions. Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home for cash without the stress of listing your home on the market. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. You can sell your home stress-free, make the most money, and move on your timeline with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Skip the hassle of constant cleaning and costly repairs. With a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, KR, said, "We weren't planning on moving, but our family's needs changed. We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." We've been in business for nearly 30 years and have served over 58,000 satisfied clients, so we know what matters most: a quick sale and maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Connect with us on Facebook.
What do you mean by that?
Search for @ESPN690Jax and check out the latest sports news, live stream, or show clip.
Now we talking.
ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show, 904-362-9901. I think we're all good now. I mean, aside from the fact that in my ears it sounds like I'm underwater, I think we're okay. I think it's fine. All right, let's get back to business. I mentioned to you before we went to break that Albert Breer was on the MMQB podcast, and he's talking to Connor Orr about the Jaguars. And the question was posed to Albert Breer about how confident he is in the Jaguars' schedule. Listen to the way the question is posed, and then you tell me where you think they're going with it.
Let's play a game real quick with the Jaguars. Say stop when I hit a game that you think there's no chance that they lose this game. They're absolutely going to lose this game. Next.
Okay, so the game here is they're going to say every opponent week to week. And Albert Breer has got to say stop when they get to a game where they feel there is absolutely no chance whatsoever that the Jags could lose. A no doubt about it dub. No doubt about it dub. Now, look, I've already told you I'm more scared of Cleveland than I am Buffalo. That being said, Cleveland's got issues. They got issues at quarterback, the most important position on the field. They got injuries in their defensive secondary. 2 starters. Their big-time tight end, big-time pass-catching red zone tight end, not going to play. Believe it or not, the offensive line struggled last week a little bit. A lot of bit. And it looks like there might be some drama between Joe Bitonio and Deshaun Watson. I just saw that today from Mary Kay Cabot. So, Browns, I'm looking at the Browns going, I don't know. I kind of think that's a slam dunk W. Now, based on what we saw last week, it might be hard to say so. Right? Based on what you saw last week in the second half, you don't probably feel like the Jags could beat most teams in the NFL. But that's not who they are. I know you're with me on that. The second half Jaguars are not who this team is. I honestly believe the first half Jaguars are who they are. Now, they are whatever they play like. So if they put up another stinker, that's who they are too. I get that part. But I'm saying if we're talking about forecasting who we think this team is, what their potential is, first half of that Dolphins game, I'm looking at that going, that's what I thought it was going to look like. That is them. They are them. Back to the game.
Going to lose this game. Next week against Cleveland. The week after that at Buffalo. The week after that at Houston. The week after that against the Colts.
They're still going because Breer does not feel comfortable saying the Jags will no doubt about it W against the Browns or the Bills or Houston. They're actually going to pass the Colts here, which is shocking to me.
Against the Colts. The week after that, against the Bears. The week after that.
The Bears don't get a yes from Albert Breer? I almost made you dump me.
That, against the Bears. The week after that, New England in London.
Stop. Okay, there we go. So Breer goes stop on New England, who, by the way, is expected to be one of the worst teams in the league.
This is so... Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. I'm going to wait till you pause your statement.
I just paused.
This is so disingenuous because you can do this for about 27 of the teams in the NFL that you absolutely stone cold. I'm going to wait about 5 or 6 depending on depends on how their schedule's even front loaded. Are they front loaded with teams that went to the playoffs last year? Are they front loaded with teams that made big moves in the offseason so now you think they're good? But you can go for the vast majority of teams, any random, order you want to go and say you're going to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks, unless it's Kansas City, unless it's probably Baltimore, unless they're facing Kansas City, unless it's Philadelphia or San Francisco. Knock it off, man. This is good for content, but this is whack.
You make a great point in that the NFL has parity. It's got parity. You could look at anybody's schedule, and you're only going to find 2 or 3 teams where you're like, oh, no doubt about it. But you said it. Let's look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Ravens in week 1. But was anybody looking at that game going, no doubt about it? That's a dub for the Chiefs.
Exactly.
Nobody. Bengals, granted, we saw the Bengals put up a stinker last week against New England. But prior to that, you're looking at that team going, no, actually, the Chiefs kind of struggle with the Bengals. Falcons, again, we saw Kirk Cousins struggle with the Achilles. But prior to week 1, I'm looking at the schedule with the Chiefs and the Falcons going, that could be competitive. It could be competitive. Chargers, I would have probably said a no doubt about it win for the Chiefs against the Chargers. Not necessarily the Saints, then a bye, then the Niners. No. Raiders, okay, maybe. Bucks, no. Broncos, maybe. Basically, it's all the AFC West teams. If you're playing the AFC West, you might have a slam dunk win outside the Chiefs. Back to Breer.
In London.
Stop.
So, okay, you're going to tell me stop.
Well, no, I can't after the way the Patriots
New England
played.
Brian, he took it back. He took back the Patriots win. He's like, I saw the way they played the Bengals, so I'm going to take it back. Stop it, Albert. The Patriots are not winning more than 4 games this year. They won last week because it's week 1. They won last week because Joe Burrow had literally no wide receivers of note to throw to. They won last week because it was Burrow's first game back in nearly a year. Stop it with the Patriots.
No, I can't after the way the Patriots
New England
played
and London, you don't know. And then
Yeah.
the week after that, Green Bay. Jordan Love will be back by the end of October. The week after that, Philadelphia. The week after that,
Tough
Minnesota.
games.
The week after that.
Don't keep it moving with Minnesota. Like I sat here singing Sam Darnold's praises, Justin Jefferson's praises. I'm telling you, if the Jags can't shut down the Vikings late in the season, this season was a disappointing failure.
Detroit. Albert. The week after that, Houston. The week
Tough games, Detroit and Houston.
after that, at Tennessee. Titans didn't look too bad. I mean, they look.
What? What?
This is so disingenuous.
What?
It's fine.
The Titans didn't look too bad.
It's fine. The Jags are the worst team in the NFL. Fine.
Guys.
Can we move on, guys?
The Titans.
This is how you feel.
The Titans head coach literally said, what could we have done different? Well, if we would have punted on first down every possession, we might have won.
And he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't joking.
No, that's the crazy part.
And
And he
Breer's
wasn't
like,
wrong.
oh, that team's pretty good. What?
Okay, so
insanity.
So I think it's insanity. I'm not playing it up for the mic, Aaron, but let me just advocate devils, however you say that phrase.
Advocate devils?
Yeah.
It's a good effort, but
let's just say, okay.
Flip-flop them, you'll be all right.
The most recent taste in my mouth, pause, that I have of the men of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm too slow on the uptake.
Are not the impressive 9-8 season where they ripped off a bunch of wins in that wild card.
Sure.
The most recent impression I have of the Jaguars are they're great and then they're really not great and they don't know how to overcome adversity. So the moment that some adversity comes their way, whether it be in the form of injuries, and granted it's bad luck with last season, but most teams have had that happen to them. You were 8-3, and then you were 9-8, and you missed the playoffs. And then we get into this game, first game of the season. Guys look great in the preseason for the minimum amount of snaps that you were out there. You got your quarterback back, he's healthy. You got wide receiver 1 back, he's healthy, at least for right now, Christian Kirk. Travis Etienne, another year, no fumbles. I believe last year it was cut down immensely from the year prior.
I want to say he was clean all year, but I'll look it up.
You're coming back with a guy in Hines Allen, 17.5 sacks. You're coming back with Trayvon Walker. Looks like it's starting to click for him, and a new defensive coordinator who we believe is going to improve this defense. And what happens in game 1? You look like gangbusters, like you said. This is the way it's supposed to look for the first the first half, unbelievable. Both sides of the ball, just about everybody.
It's great.
And then one play late in the third quarter, and it feels like, I hate this term, but same old Jags. So now, if I'm being the devil's advocate, if I'm being the Albert Breer
look at the
advocate,
comeback.
I just interchanged Albert Breer and devil, advocate, then, okay, I'll play up this little segment they got on their show. These are your colleagues. I don't want to make it uncomfortable when you guys go to the picnics.
I don't even think they are on ESPN.
Oh, wherever they are. They're your boys, your buddies. You listen to them, whatever. You got their
Sports
audio.
Illustrated. Yeah.
Fine, if that's what you want to do. But I'm just going to stand on the fact that we can go down at least 25 other teams, and you're going to, they clearly think the Jags are the worst team in the NFL.
I mean, it sounds like it.
So, but they
Talk about
would have
Jared
to wait.
Mayo and Drake May beating this team in London. In London, of all places. And the Jags are invincible in London.
Craziness. This is insane.
By the way, ETN with 0 fumbles last year. You were right.
Yeah. So,
All right, the week.
Go ahead. Yeah.
At Tennessee, Titans didn't look too bad. I mean, they looked all right. The week after that, December 15th, the New York Jets.
What was that?
That's my Buck Rising impression of Albert Breer.
Breer. Yeah.
Titans didn't look too bad.
Oh, I like that.
Titans. It didn't look too bad. All right, man. All right, my guy.
All right, the week after.
Maybe. Probably not. Probably not.
That December 15th, the New York Jets.
I guess you have to say Tennessee. They'll beat Tennessee.
Okay,
look at him compromise.
Are we in 2025 yet with the schedule? Because I feel like they've named off at least 16 games.
Yeah.
2 wins on that schedule right now that I'm like, yeah, for sure. Everything else, I don't know, man.
I'll say this.
You don't know.
Most teams, you're not going to find every game is a no doubt about it banger winner. It's going to be competitive. You should expect that in the NFL. All of these teams are winning and losing for the most part on average by a score.
Yeah.
You just don't see blowouts that often anymore. Like you saw Dallas do it to Cleveland. But most of these games are 1-score games, if not 1.5. Technically, that's 2 scores, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. The days of 40 to 14 are done. It's gone.
Over?
You don't see it. You just don't.
Unless it's the Dallas Cowboys in the regular season with a team that they should be running up on. They do
run
blow
up the
some
score.
teams. Yeah.
More so in my memory than other teams.
Yeah.
And you might even count Detroit in there sometimes.
True. But you're right. It's a rarity.
It's a rarity. Just crazy that we can't beat the Patriots, but he's going to give us the Titans.
I know it's the bias in me, but they sound so smug and just giggling about it.
I would love to ask Breer.
Get him on there, yeah.
Name one wide receiver on the New England Patriots.
I just dropped the one that I didn't realize I had on my fantasy team.
Dude, Kendrick Bourne's mom can't name a wide receiver on the Patriots.
Like, you play football? That's what his mom says to him.
Bill Belichick was shocked they even have wide receivers on that team. It's like, I thought they left with me.
That's wild.
It's crazy nonsense.
That's an incredible piece of audio that should get every Jags fan you should be emailing a strongly worded letter to Albert Breer at si.com right now. I don't know why I can't say Breer.
Just say Brill. It's just as good.
Brill.
Yeah, sure.
That's the dude off of Enemy of the State.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's the Gene Hackman character. I like that movie.
That's wild. Not only did you remember what movie, you remember the character name? I can't even come close to that.
That's the actor's name.
Well, Gene Hackman is the actor's name.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, Brill. Yeah. That's his code name.
I would never come close to that.
Yeah, you would.
No. I don't remember anything from anything I watched. I just remember the feeling that I felt when it was done. It was like I either liked it or I hated it.
You were just naming something in the break. I can't even remember. I forgot that fast. What is it? What were you telling me about in the break?
Shannon Sharpe's motion.
Okay. I didn't know you did more research on that.
I've been studying.
All right, then.
I've been studying.
All right.
That's right. Now, you might remember yesterday, Brian, when the Shannon Sharpe news broke and we dug in. Shannon was in the middle of a scandal. He had just been hacked. Hacked.
Wait, Aaron, I'm sorry.
Yes?
To wrap up the last thing,
Oh.
you're off of it. Where would you have stopped on that list?
Oh, we could do that too. All right.
No. I don't.
Let's
I don't
play
want
a
those
game
off.
real quick with the Jaguars. Say stop when I hit a game that you think there's no chance that they lose this game. They're absolutely going to lose this game. Next week against Cleveland.
Stop.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Cleveland ain't winning this weekend.
Get you.
Cleveland's not winning this weekend.
Yeah, boy.
This team is in trouble, guys.
Well, Deshaun's in trouble.
No, but Deshaun is the team.
Myles Garrett's like, I'm not in trouble.
Fair, but Myles Garrett could have 17 sacks in the game, and the Jags could still win 34-0.
I think they get the win if he hits double digits in the game. All right, at 10, I think Miles now, they win the game.
We are being silly, obviously.
Oh. No, not me. I'm being dead serious right now.
My point is that the Browns need to score at some point. The Jags are a good run defense. And I don't know. I mean, look, you're down Tyson Campbell. You've got a couple of newer guys on the team. You got a newer defensive coordinator, so maybe the secondary might have question marks. You worry about a guy like Amari Cooper. I got to tell you, I'm not that worried about Jerry Jeudy. I'm not sweating Elijah Moore. We know we don't have to worry about David Njoku. Jerome Ford, Amari Cooper. And Amari does a lot of that work in the slot. Sure, he goes on the sidelines as well. But I don't think you're going to see, and we did see it last year, I don't think this weekend you're going to see too many big-time throws. I look at Watson and I go, this is gone past being rusty, being out of football for 2 years. This is a mental thing now. I look at Watson and I go, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Zach Wilson.
Whoa.
Now, I think Watson is way more talented.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're the same player.
All right.
I'm saying Zach Wilson was drafted number 2, and a lot of people don't think he earned that or deserved it. When you watch him on the field, you would see a sprinkle of excellence. He would have a play or two every game where you're like, oh, I kind of see it. But, bro, there was another 34 throws in the game where you're like, can you not hit a 5-yard pass on the dude? He's hitting guys in their feet. He's overthrowing them. He's throwing to the sideline when the dude's in the middle of the field. It was crazy, crazy stuff. And you look at Deshaun Watson, you're like, the guy can't complete a pass. They're on the hook for 230 to the dude. It's a disaster.
Okay.
And only made worse by one of the most passionate fan bases in the world. The Cleveland football fan base.
Look at you
are
showing some
angry
love.
And passionate. They are the dog pound. And they're tired of it. And I think that makes it harder for Deshaun Watson. No doubt about it, W this weekend.
Okay.
At Everbank Stadium.
I don't like it, man.
Okay.
Energy is there.
Did you want to keep going?
No. I just didn't know where you stood on
You can
Albert
keep going.
Breer's
Look,
list.
go ahead, Brian. You stop me when you're ready.
We're going to lose this game. Next week against Cleveland. The week after that, at Buffalo. The week after that, at Houston.
No,
the week
I
after
stopped
that,
it at Cleveland, and then I stopped
I
it at
didn't hear
Buffalo.
the word stop from you. Sorry for the miscommunication.
Okay, I stopped it at both of those, man. Many of the same reasons
Now
you
you're
said
just
for Cleveland.
bandwagon. Now you're just bandwagon.
Many of the same reasons why. First of all, I shut the door. Me and Tank and Trevor and Press, we shut the door a week before the regular season when everybody wanted to hop back on because everything's starting to look good. Like,
you mean the bandwagon door?
You on the caboose part of the bandwagon now.
That's
you
the fun
back
part.
there. We still take money.
You get all the bumps on the caboose part.
Yeah, you do.
That's where Shannon likes to sit on the bandwagon.
It was low-hanging fruit. I expected you to go
Thank
there.
you.
You know what I mean?
appreciate
If you
it.
didn't, I would have been
Hey, look,
disappointed in the
If
break.
I'm not going to take the low-hanging fruit, I can't swing for the high ones either.
Speaking of Shannon.
There
you go, Aaron. Man, transitioning like a vet.
You could do this show, Brian. You could do it for me. I could just go. So we found Shannon saying he was hacked. Took a couple of hours, but the man finally came to the table with the truth and an apology. In his podcast with Ocho Cinco, you like that podcast?
Yeah, Nightcap.
The boys were discussing. Here's what Shannon had to say about the whole thing.
I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. Shay, there are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times, and I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home.
What kind of professional goes on in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Now, is he talking about making sure this lady is well funded on her way out the door?
Wow. That sounds illegal.
Well, when he says professional, that's what I'm thinking. Or maybe afterwards, after what you call copulation, they shake hands like it was a good business meeting.
I think he means more so he shows up to work on time. He shows up to duty on time. He handles all his responsibilities and whatever else is asked of him.
We heard that, didn't we? Come on.
And he makes sure
Handle
that everything.
that responsibility, Shannon. Come on.
Everybody make sure that everything is wrapped up and fine before he punches out.
Woo! Sorry, Michelle.
I'm about to say, who's the body dropping? That's in that situation.
At the end, you're very tired.
Okay.
You take a nap
That's the way
wherever you
spin it.
can.
I
Yes.
got you. Cool.
You take a nap. Come on, Shannon.
That's what he means by professional, though.
Okay, buddy.
Show up for work every day, all day, no days off.
Now we talking.
Hey, man.
Now we talking.
Back to the Shannon apology.
I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home.
I just picture him walking around with no shirt, no pants, but in like Speedo underwear, but with a briefcase.
Picturing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Man,
Imagining, picturing.
That's what it sounds like. You know what I mean?
Vividly seeing it in my mind's eye.
I see it, man. In color, probably, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, not black and white.
Yeah, the briefcase is a brown leather.
Okay.
And I'm very disappointed in myself.
Didn't sound like it yesterday. Sounded like we were all very proud. I was. You heard the work that was going in there? How old is this man?
He's 55, I think.
50? What?
52?
Stop it.
55. What is
no man who's over the age of 50 is moving like that in the bedroom.
How old is Shannon Sharpe?
How old
56.
is Shannon Sharpe? What?
56. Yeah.
Wow.
Unc said you got to start taking care of yourself. You know
Seriously.
what, man? I heard this when I was working at a bank.
Goodness.
When I was working at a bank here in Schachter. And this man, he came up and I looked at his account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that a euphemism?
No. Spell it. I've heard the word before.
You don't know euphemism?
Nah, I do. I just don't know how to spell it. You for EU.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and go
EUPHISM.
EUPHISISM.
It's not an A somewhere in there?
Sism.
Okay, anyway, and dude's accounts, I can speak freely now. I mean, it's been
statute of
years.
limitations and such.
This is before I started grad school.
Tell the story.
Dude had 3 accounts with the bank I was working at, and all of them were, 2 of them were maxed out. Another one was maxed
How do you
over.
max out an account at the bank?
Well, what I mean by max out is how much is insured if you keep it in a particular account.
Got it.
2 of them were, and then one was triple that, but there was a different type of insurance he could go through the actual bank. So, like, if everything went wrong in the country, he would still have that money in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't believe any of that for a second, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? That's what we said. Anyway, I was like, man, what do you do? Like, I've only seen him a handful of times. He never came to my register. We chatted for like 10 minutes. Trust me, it was a small town. This was in Kingsland, Georgia. And so he told me this. He was like, I
trained Shannon Sharpe in intimate activities.
Probably. But he said, young man takes care of old man. Now, if I'm going to take that advice.
What does that even mean?
Well, he was saying start young.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's save your money, whether it's your health.
Got it.
And you're always younger than what you're going to be.
He's just frugal?
Well, no. That's not the point. The point is a man like Shannon Sharpe, 56 years old.
Yes, sir.
That man take care of himself. He took care of himself for decades, and that's why he can accidentally leak an IG live and have, what happened.
Can you do me can we just not,
Personal file, offense. He was giving them the business.
Can we not use the word leak when discussing this story?
Okay, Mr. I envision him in Speedos with a brown leather suitcase. What does that even mean?
A brown leather suitcase. Those are the fancy suitcase. Brown shiny leather. Little patented leather. It looks like it should be shoes, but it said it's got important folders with paperwork in it.
I'll exclude leak from the talk.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's better than Orlovsky saying we need to take a long, hard look at Jameis Winston. It's like, hey, who's writing these headlines, guys? Who's writing the headlines? Because I feel like that's a job I should apply for. We are 20 seconds into a minute 40 apology.
I'll come back.
Sierra and Schachter Show, 904-362-9901. Do you think Unc is chewing Viagra like Skittles? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Back in a minute on ESPN 690.
Touch a Truck is back. Gather the family and join ESPN 690 at the Brooks Family YMCA, Saturday, September 28th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have all kinds of unique vehicles for kids to explore. There will be a horn-free hour from 8 to 9 for those sensitive to sound, thanks to Arlington Toyota. Get your free tickets now at ESPN690.com. Bring school supplies to donate. A special thanks to our sponsors, Arlington Toyota, Forever Vets, and Sporting Club Jacksonville.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Okay, boss, there's the back door.
And you're sure this business don't have Safe Touch security?
Positive.
What the heck is that?
It's my new impact drill I got for my birthday. Might help us if we run into a business with Safe Touch security.
Okay, you know we don't go near Safe Touch businesses. Besides, how would you expect your little doohickey to get us past Safe Touch Security's video monitoring, two-way communicator, and rapid response time? Now what do you have?
My new night vision goggles. With these babies, I can see Safe Touch signs from blocks away.
Huh. Gotta say, that's pretty genius.
Really?
Well, yeah. I'm always on board if it helps with the crooks of us golden rules. Stay away from Safe Touch houses
and businesses.
All right, MacGyver, let's go.
No alarm system gives you peace of mind like Safe Touch. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Right now, state-of-the-art Safe Touch security systems are up to 50% off. Call now, 888-723-8682, or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Bueller Air & Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions? Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air & Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions. Repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity. Making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Have you seen your financial freedom wiped out by stock market volatility? It's Rich Jones. Consider investing in real estate funds from DLP Capital. Don Winter is CEO and founder.
DLP Capital has provided our investors with consistent double-digit returns by investing in cash-flowing residential real estate. For more than a decade, we have had zero losses, little volatility, and have shot above our return targets in all of our investment funds. Plus, we offer monthly distributions and tax shelter opportunities.
To get your investor's guide and learn more, dial **invest on your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey, you.
What's good, my boy?
Connect with us on Instagram. Search for @ESPN690Jax and check out the latest sports news. We're ESPN 690.
What?
We are ESPN 690.
As long as we tracking.
Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. I've calmed down a little bit.
A little bit.
I was screaming a lot in the last segment. Apparently, I get very excited when we talk about Shannon Sharpe's bedroom activities. I apologize. I'll try and control myself.
Yeah. Once you got a whiff of your drug movie and your future new phone.
You're talking about the movie Blow,
Yeah.
starring Johnny Depp, which is on the television in the control room, one of my favorite movies.
It's great.
Has the song Ram Jam, has the song Black Betty by Ram Jam, the cover. I'll tell you what, man, that's a great movie, and they're doing a mobathon on whatever channel you're watching. Is that AMC or something? They had Goodfellas on yesterday. I'm sure The Godfather is in that lineup. It was wild yesterday, you telling me that you can't remember if you saw Goodfellas. That was crazy to me. It's like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think I get it mixed up with A Bronx Tale for some reason.
Which was also on yesterday. Now Yous Can't Leave.
And then Casino.
Casino's another good one. Heat's another good one.
It's like all of those movies, they had some of the main guys that played like in some of the same movies, so I get them mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, like Pacino, De Niro, Joe Pesci is in a bunch of those movies.
Yeah. So, I think I saw it. I'm pretty sure I did, but, it's a good movie, but I don't know.
Name a movie literally everybody should see.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right, I'll go to the phones and you think about it.
Yeah,
904-362-9901. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. Who's this?
Aaron, what's happening? It's David. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you. Hey, talk a little college football playoff here, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So we're going to take the 4 conference winners, and they are first-round bye teams, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then we're taking the next 8 best teams. Now, does this mean the next 8 ranked teams? Because even your conference winners may possibly not be ranked in the top 5 or 10 at season's end, correct?
That is fair, yeah.
So are we taking the next 8 ranked teams as they fall in order of the poll? Or are we just cherry-picking what we think is the next 8 best and sending them on their way?
It's a good question. I haven't seen that clarified. I thought there would be a committee who would handle some of that decision-making and hand-wrangling, though.
You would think that it would be laid, and it may be laid out by now, but I had another brilliant idea. So, the Pac-2 is trying to become the Pac something again.
Right.
They got 4 more teams.
They just don't want to go away forever, right?
Right. So I had this idea since South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Arkansas /Mississippi State never ever really contribute to the SEC. Why don't we put them in a conference all by themselves, and they could play a round robin double elimination season and see who comes and just see who comes up. Look, I hate to rank on my Gamecocks. I do, and we're going to see this weekend. But we just, we're going to do a round robin double elimination and just let them have at it. Those 5 teams can just go back and forth, and we might even throw Notre Dame in there just to, help things out a little bit.
Help things out for who? For Notre Dame?
Maybe for them. Yeah. Maybe for Notre Dame. Yeah.
Look,
because
it's as good as an idea as I've heard so far.
Right? I mean, everybody's got to contribute somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, man, y'all have a great day. And, man, I really hope South Carolina can pull one, But I like Brian said, those are tempered expectations, man.
Yeah, man.
To this day.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
See you till this, David. 904-362-9901 if you want to jump in on the Aaron Schachter Show. He really does hate his own Geechee chickens.
No, it's not hate. It's not hate.
It's just knowing the known.
It's understanding, man. Your blood pressure only can take so much before you got to get admitted to the hospital. So no need to have that expectation, be happy, then be super angry.
You don't got to tell me.
200 over 120, and they're just like, hey, man, don't move.
I've been a Jets fan for more than 35 years. I know how it works.
Yeah, exactly. 2 peas in a pod. 2 boats in the ocean.
I still got more of the Shannon Sharpe apology.
You are going to get through it, too.
I got a job offer to Shannon Sharpe that he's received. I've got denials from women named Michelle. The story is developing. We'll come back to it on the Aaron Schachter Show.
Elevate your live music experience with Daly's Place Blue. Live like a VIP with the best seats in the house, premium parking, your own private entrance, VIP lounge access, guaranteed tickets to sold-out shows, and much more. Coming to Daly's Place is Bush with special guest Jerry Cantrell and Candlebox. Live and Stone Temple Pilots with special guest Soul Asylum, Alanis Morissette, Creed, and so many more. You'll never want to see a show any other way once you go blue. Learn more at dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000.
Jaguars football is right around the corner. New players, existing superstars, and a great home schedule have optimism at an all-time high. Tailgaters delivers a premium experience every game. Tailgaters parking is right across the street from Everbank Stadium. Tailgaters offers clean, permanent restrooms, a full-service bar and grill. All parking spots are on well-kept grass lots. Demand is high, so spaces are very limited. Get your Jaguars season parking today at tailgatorsparking.com. Don't wait and miss out. Go to tailgatorsparking.com.
Have you added a new puppy to your family? Forever Vets now has puppy socials every month to help your fur baby get used to the other puppies in a safe and secure environment. Parents stay for the social, and Forever Vets trained vet techs will be there to answer questions. Forever Vets will also provide a puppy goodie bag and pup cups for your fur baby, along with some great discounts on services. All puppies under 1 year old with appropriate up-to-date shots are welcome. You must sign up in advance, so visit forevervets.com to get more info on how to register. That's forevervets.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Open your heart and home to help impact lives. There's no time like now to start your foster care journey. More foster homes are needed for teenagers. When teenagers enter foster care, often there are very few foster homes available, resulting in many teens across the nation living in youth shelters. We are National Youth Advocate Program, and we believe families belong together. When safety concerns arise and youth need a temporary family, we are committed to providing safe foster homes within their community. You can become a foster parent to provide a nurturing foster home to help support families until their child can return home. We provide extensive training, support services, and financial support when you become a foster parent with National Youth Advocate Program. Right now is the time to start your foster care licensure to help support a youth who needs you. Are you ready to open your heart and home to a young person? We will help you get started today when you visit fostercareinfo.org.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if it
is Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. The Dolphins and the Bills both came from 14 points down to win in Week 1. Tonight they'll meet in Miami to start Week 2. The Bills have won 3 straight in this series, and ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. explains why he likes to watch Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen.
I want to be entertained, and I want to be on the edge of my seat thinking, I don't know, when this guy drops back, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to throw the ball 80 yards. I don't know if he's going to overthrow a guy. I don't know if he's underthrow. I don't know if he's going to get sacked and fumble. I don't know if he's going to run for 50 yards. He's going to do a dive, a leap. He's like Superman. You don't know what's going to happen.
Mel Kiper Jr. on Carlin versus Joe. A proposed bill in Congress would put sweeping new federal regulations in place on sports betting companies. The 38 states where sports betting already is legal would have to go through a new application process. The companies would also have to set limits on what customers could bet and would not be allowed to offer free bets and other incentives.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Friday. I know it's only week 2, but I'll tell you which winless teams need a win this weekend if they want to make the playoffs. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Live from the Anajar and Levine studios, Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
You ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. Shot straight out of a cannon. We were in the middle of discussing Shannon Sharpe's apology when we had to take a quick break for the Sports Center. And so we'll get back to that in a minute. I'm Aaron Schachter, Brian Middleton along with me behind the glass. Our phone number, 904-362-9901. If you're listening on the radio, if you're watching on the video stream, also feel free to comment in the chat or just wait until you see the phone number pop up again. That easy. That's how that gets done, I think. All right. Let's get back to the Shannon Sharpe apology. When we left you, Shannon was talking about being a professional in the bedroom. We're trying to figure out what that meant. Brian seems to think it means he's going to conduct himself in a respectable manner.
Got to.
I seem to think he's bringing a briefcase with him to the tryst.
And I'm very disappointed in myself. Not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people.
My guy. Nobody is disappointed in you for the act.
Humble brag.
Nobody. He goes, I'm disappointed, but not for the work I was putting in. You guys hear that on my Instagram? Did you guys hear that on my Instagram?
Don't get it twisted now.
Oh, buddy, I am not disappointed in the work that I was putting in there. No, sir.
You win. Of consenting age that engage in activities. But to have...
Consenting age is right. Dude's in his 50s.
56.
56? Mm-hmm. Brian, that dude is 4 years away from 60.
And he said 4 years from now, the possibility of this incident happening is still there.
Still there. It's gone up.
Because I'm that guy.
And I'm also 60, so I really don't know how to use social media at that point.
But to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let her call them. I called my sister.
What are you calling your sister for? It's like, hey, sis, you hear me putting in work?
Nah, man.
What are you calling your sister for?
He might have felt like he embarrassed the family name. I don't know.
Come on, man.
He does have a famous brother, too, that he could have called.
Sterling?
Yeah.
Sterling doesn't care.
Sure don't.
Neither does Shania Sharpe or whatever her name is. It's got to be an S name.
You think so?
No, Sterling, Shannon, Stacy.
Stacy Sharpe.
Stacy Sharpe.
I like that name, by the way.
All right. What's he got to call? What does he got to call his sister for? I don't understand that at all.
Called them. I called my sister. My friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged.
Friends reached out. All of my friends would be reaching out. In the comment section, texting me afterwards.
I can imagine a couple of your friends you told me about right now. I can only imagine what those comment sections or the group chat. There'd be a new group chat all of a
I'm sure
sudden.
they'd be concerned for me after what they heard. They'd be like, how's your hip doing, man? I know you're having problems with it. I mean, it sounded like it was no problem whatsoever. But I know you said you're in pain a little while ago.
Staged. Came in.
I guess some people thought it was staged.
That's too much work.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's too much work.
Like, look, it did kind of make him look like the man.
Staged like
but he doesn't need that.
Like there wasn't really somebody there, or they made sure to put it on live.
They think he purposely put it on live while this was happening.
Threw my phone on the bed.
I bet you did, running into that bedroom. I bet there was no time to waste.
Staged. Came in. I threw my phone on the bed. Engaged in an activity.
Engaged in an activity is one way to put it. Murdered the game. It's another way to put it. Putting in work for the Sharpe name. Regardless of how Stacy Sharpe feels about it. That's another way to put it. Well, you think Dad and Uncle Steven Sharpe aren't proud of you? Calling up Shannon like, look, man, keep putting in that work. You're 56. It's giving us 80-year-olds hope. Anything's possible with medicine.
Activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on.
I don't know IG Live. I never met
tough.
IG Live. I didn't buy IG Live drinks the other night. Never heard of her. You got to believe him. You probably feel silly. But it's one of those things where if you get caught, it's like, yeah, this happens. This is what I did.
So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden,
he may not know how IG Live works, but he knows how the human body works.
You turn IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off, and people are calling me.
Just buzzing. You imagine this dude trying to put in the work like we were listening to on IG Live, trying to focus. Because really, in those moments, Brian, you need to have laser focus.
Is that right?
You need to shut out all the outside distractions. You got a dog barking in the living room. You got little kids playing in the backyard.
Okay.
Close those blinds. Don't worry about the screaming from the trampoline. You got to focus. You got to pay attention. Head on a swivel, Brian.
Is this what you found in your research and development?
Sure.
In the same way. Hey, quick aside.
Oh, okay.
You weren't that far off, and I think you might have said that before you said Sarah. Shira Sharpe?
I said Shania Sharpe.
I know you said that. I thought you might have said one other thing.
I said Stacy Sharpe.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying before that, I thought you said this. But
yeah, shocker.
But Shira Sharpe? S-H-E-R-R-A.
Shara?
Yeah.
Shira?
Yeah.
He-Man's sister?
Okay.
All right.
Back to laser sharp focus.
Yeah, laser sharp focus.
Yeah.
Got to focus. Got to be tuned in. Head on a swivel. Light on your feet. Don't hold on to the ball in the pocket. The football. You don't want to get sacked.
All of a sudden.
What?
Just no.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Okay.
My other phone is going off, and people are calling me.
At least just sitting there trying to get it done is like bzzz.
Nah, I said it. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it now. Don't hold on to the ball in the pocket unless the protection's there.
Okay.
Doo-doo.
If you're getting the protection and it's taking care of you and you're not worried that you're going to have some big catastrophe back there, sure, you can hold on a little longer.
FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on.
Wait, what?
Turn IG Live on. So I don't know how it works.
Okay.
And so.
He may not have turned IG Live on, but we know what he was turning on. Come on now. Nothing there? Okay.
No, I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to think. Just turning on IG Live. It's a little, like you kind of have to. Like you kind of have to say, I'm doing this. I'm trying to think, can you do this accidentally?
All right, let's see. Let's say he already had Instagram open. I'm opening it on my phone right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
First you got to have it open.
Let's
say
that was like the last thing he was doing. He was checking his DMs or his comments or whatever. Fine.
Of course.
He was scrolling.
Happens.
Looking at stories. If I want to go live, I got to press the plus button.
Yeah, right.
And then I got to scroll to the side to the live part. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a lot of work.
And then I got to press the button. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's just taking the phone out of his pants pocket in a rush.
That's fair.
You know how it goes. He probably had a whole human draped on him. And so he's fat fingering it with his hand. And then he just tosses it. And as he tosses it, he's pressed a concoction of buttons.
Okay.
You know, it seems unlikely. But I'll tell you this. I get butt dialed by my boss at least 3 times a month.
Oh.
It happens actually a lot to me because my first name starts with 2 A's.
So you're right there at the top.
I'm usually at the top of the contact list.
Man.
But have you ever tried to look how hard it is to accidentally dial someone on a smartphone in 2024? You got to go to like 4 different screens.
Oh, yeah. Hit contacts.
It used to be if you sat on number 1 for long enough, it would speed dial somebody.
Yeah. Good old days.
But that's not the way touch screens work. To butt dial, your butt actually needs hands. So this sounds a little bit like that, right?
Okay.
Like it seems complicated, but I'm sure it's possible.
How it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day.
Wild, too. Wild. This man is getting it done, and everybody knows. His whole circle is like, oh, we know what Shannon's doing. So the move there is to FaceTime him? You want to check in on it? Get a different camera angle? What's the purpose there?
Maybe he wasn't picking up the phone calls. And they're like, okay,
Clearly.
Okay, my guy.
Clearly not picking up the phone call.
You need to know. You need to be distracted from whatever you're doing, unless it's life or death.
If I was being a good friend, trying to let Shannon know, hey, man, you're on IG Live getting it done in front of everybody. And I'm trying to FaceTime him, and he sends me to voicemail. I'm like, fine, man, this is what you want.
That would be what
this
you
is
said
how you
too.
wanted
I
it.
know, Aaron, and it'd be with the same facial expression.
I would take a screen cap of my phone showing when I tried to call, and I would text them and be like, I tried, bro. This is on you.
My life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Jamie.
He was probably a little more out of breath when he said it. Why are y'all calling me on FaceTime? Probably sounded like he just ran a marathon.
Me FaceTime. And after a while, Jamie, and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live.
Jamie's his, I think his social media guy.
Gotcha.
Like doing what? You know, I'm like.
Doing what? You know what you're doing.
Ask Michelle.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Doing what?
You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now I'm starting to get agitated again.
Oh, we missed the punchline.
Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now I'm starting to get agitated again. Because you call me and say I'm on IG.
Let me ask this, and obviously we can't answer the question. Only Shannon can answer. Shannon and Michelle. Where do we think they were at in the adventure? Like what stage of the game? Are we talking post-game? Late in the fourth quarter? Right before halftime?
I felt like very second half right there. But early in the second half.
Well, we heard the first half, I believe. I mean,
you felt like that was first half.
We could have popped in the third quarter. We really
That's
don't
what it
know.
felt like. Felt like, you know, we just had kickoff, new kickoff rules.
He certainly sounded winded, so it might have been later on in the game. New kickoff rules.
Yeah. Okay.
IG Live when I know I didn't flick myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I say,
you said I didn't flick myself on IG Live? I don't even know what that means.
On IG Live. And he said, they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what?
Oh, we know.
Said, it sounds like you were having sex.
Dun, dun, dun. Mystery solved.
I said, hear me doing what? Said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank.
I buy
It
that.
dropped.
I buy that. I buy when he hears people confirm for him that this isn't a joke, that we all know what you're doing. You know he got embarrassed because he called it a hack. You know he got embarrassed. What's there to be embarrassed about? He said it at the beginning. I'm not ashamed of the action. Millions and billions of people do this.
Yeah, look, okay, Aaron, but still, like, unless that's something that you're either into or, you know, that's something that you do because it's, I don't know, how you earn money. Like, most people.
Whoa, okay.
Most people.
Times are tough for Shannon Sharpe.
Most people would be a bit embarrassed about those, you know, those private moments behind closed doors.
Well, yeah, if you sounded like a buster. If you sounded like
I don't know, Aaron.
If you sounded like a scrub, that'd be humiliating.
Nah.
If your bedroom game was weak and that was what was on IG Live, I don't know how you leave the house again. I don't know how you do that. But putting in the work he was putting in, sounded like his game was just fine.
What I'm hearing is Aaron Schachter, again, would have been like, and retweet it. You hear me? And share it with your friends.
Not necessarily, but once it's out, it's out.
Copy the link.
Like if you're a famous person, none of this is real.
What does that mean? None of this is real.
If you're a famous and rich person, none of this is really real because you could surround yourself with people who are willing to tell you whatever you want because they want to be close to the light. You can surround yourself with a bunch of Michelle Thibodeaus and not worry about people talking poorly about you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You just get told whatever you want to hear. Maybe not from his family. And again, if he's apologized, if he's calling them as soon as he's done with his compilation.
Yeah, but Aaron, and then you also know that, okay, which person of the media, they know they can't get to Shannon. Maybe they can bump into Shira. Maybe they can bump into Sterling. Maybe they can bump into, I don't know if his parents are still alive.
You think they're asking family members follow-up questions?
Somebody might just be like, hey, you know what? Did you get a chance to see? You know we have
Shira, I know you're on the way to Publix, but let me ask you this.
Have you seen this video right here?
What did you think of Shannon's work? Have you ever heard that from his room before, maybe as a kid?
Now, say that's impossible from today's media in the United States.
It's not.
So, like, yeah, he might have just called up to apologize and also be like, hey, you know,
it would be, first of all, it wouldn't be the media because we know they're not asking follow-ups. It would be like some TikTok person trying to get views.
Okay.
Chasing down his sister. Doing a YouTube prank at Home Depot or something. Something stupid like that. So anyway, in the video, you hear Shannon say the name Michelle. The internet sleuths have figured out. So immediately, former ESPN personality Michelle Beadle takes to Twitter. She goes, I swear it wasn't me. So we got
dog a holler. A lot of hollering from somebody who might have been hit.
You think this is a whoever smelt it dealt it situation.
I'm about to say, ain't no one even said your name, homie. Why you getting on here saying it ain't me?
I feel like they were. I feel like they were coming after her on Twitter.
Nah, dog.
I think she was responding. I don't think she just raised her hand out of nowhere and went, wasn't me.
Nah, dog. Nah, man.
Excuse me. To quote 20th century poet Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Listen, Michelle Denise Beadle, American sports reporter, who was a part of the San Antonio Spurs broadcast team. No one was checking for you for real. We might have been roasting, might have been joking with you.
Looking up her address?
A lot of response right there for no good reason.
Getting her full name and social security number.
Now we got to get the GPS ping off of the towers now, because now that you done put that out on, you done tweeted that out. She moved to the top of the suspect list.
Immediate denials. If she was smart, she'd be like, yeah, it was me. And what? And let Shannon say no. Let Shannon say no. It would have been a fun little game that day. It would have started a whole new internet controversy. She could have leaned in. It would have been very funny. Anyway, Shannon ends up getting a job offer. Did you see that?
From who?
Who do you think gave Shannon Sharpe a job offer after that video went live?
I don't know, Aaron. Who? Oh, tease it.
Oh, are we going somewhere? No, this is a short one.
Oh, okay.
According to TMZ Sports, The guys over at The Porn Dude, a XXX website that gets tens of millions of views monthly, are the ones making the offer to Shannon. They're saying they'll give him $100,000 if he's willing to really show off his stuff on camera. You don't like the way that sounds, do you? $100,000 is not much to Shannon Sharpe.
I'm to say, man, he made that off the podcast
Know what I mean?
a month, probably.
You're going to have to come up off that cash a little more for $100,000. Quote, we would love to offer him a solid $100,000 to see him avoid the, can't say that, blank and blank defense and see him score the can't say that. Someone should really pre-read these things, huh? Shannon ain't taking the deal. But it's nice to know he's got other job offers if the football podcasting, broadcasting, interview thing doesn't work out. Be out there getting it done. Way to go, Shannon. Before we go to break, I got one more thing to bring you. This is, we can file this in the conspiracy bucket. Apparently, another broadcaster in the business thinks the Deshaun Watson stuff has been strategically leaked by the Cleveland Browns. The claim here from Dan Lebitard is that the Browns see what a nightmare it is out in Cleveland. The Browns see that Deshaun Watson is not the guy they thought they were trading for from the Texans, and there's no way out. The dead cap alone would make you throw up if you were a general manager. It's making him sick. The only way out is if this guy gets thrown out of football. It's the only way.
Yeah.
And so Lebitard thinks the Browns are leaking all the bad info. And Brian, I don't know if you remember, I said this to you yesterday because it was in a commercial break, so I don't have proof on the air. But I said to you, we're in the control room, and I was like, look, if Busby is telling everybody, or if the legal filing, I should say, that Busby filed, is telling everybody these intimate, gory details, if they let off with these graphic details, I said they would have something else up their sleeve. They got something else because they want to settle. Unless she is like really hell-bent on sending this man to jail. There's no way they want to go through the full court case because she's going to get dragged through the mud. It's the worst part about any of these accusations whenever they pop up. Victims always get crushed. Alleged victims until she's found to be telling the truth in a court of law. But they always get crushed. They start calling them names, money hungry, liar, promiscuous, or worse words than that.
How many more of these do you think the lawyer has waiting, though?
There might be some, but I think this might be the last one. That's a lot. You had close to 30 last time around.
Right.
I think they were. I don't think they were holding this one back. I think the lady, I'm assuming, didn't want to come forward because she's filing the suit as Jane Doe to protect her identity.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, I don't think you can. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I wonder if you can criminally prosecute when the person accusing you is unidentified. I don't know that you can. I think you can only do the Jane Doe thing in the civil suits for money. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check that. That being said, I told you in that control room, if they're leading off with this info, there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else because they need the leverage to make Watson come to the table and give the money.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you see it in every headline that's been pushed to your phone today about Deshaun Watson. Busby says they've got a video. Now, do I think it's a video of Deshaun doing these acts? I don't. I think it's a lot like the Shannon Sharpe video.
Yeah.
I think she probably hit record at some point and like left the phone in her bag or on a dresser or something. And then we hear what's happening.
Okay. Then the situation plays out that he's being, I'm trying to be careful now.
You don't have to be careful. She alleges he raped her.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm following.
She is alleging he forced sex on her without her consent.
Right.
And so I think the video probably supports that with audio or else we would have heard otherwise possibly. That being said, I think Deshaun would pay anything to have that from coming out. That's the leverage. I think this thing is going to be over fairly quickly, despite him strongly denying the allegations. Strong denials tend to fall apart in the face of video evidence.
Man, I just hope the Jags win on Sunday, man.
Okay.
First question to Deshaun Watson, walking straight over to the Brown side of the media post game and be like, "No,
you're not doing it. You bailed. I saw you pull the ejector seat.
I'm not gonna. I'll go over there. Like, you know what I mean? Tough loss today, Deshaun. Anything else going on? Anything else?
Not that. Relax, Deshaun.
That's crazy though, man. The Browns.
There's so much going on.
I'm so glad the Jags get to reset against them right now.
Yeah, and by the way, you're facing the Jaguars at Everbank Stadium this weekend. That's like in the back seat for them.
And they upset after a loss that they should have won. Trayvon and the boys.
Oh, the Jaguars.
Josh Hines Allen and the boys.
Yeah, man.
You know ETN said, I'm about to put up 130. 130. That's, I don't know how to spell 30, but you know what I'm trying to say. 130. Two touchdowns.
TUHUHTTY.
Whatever.
Sierra Schachter Show. Back in a second.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Mostly cloudy, very warm and humid with showers at times and a few thunderstorms developing, though once again will be some heavy downpours, highs in the mid-80s. An evening shower storm tonight down to 75 and partly to mostly cloudy for your Friday with more showers and thunderstorms, highs in the mid-80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, proud to offer a huge selection of both lab-grown and natural diamonds at the lowest prices guaranteed.
This September, Diamonds Direct's ultimate offer is back, stronger than ever. Diamonds Direct helps you get the perfect jewelry gift with 0% interest. That's right, enjoy 5 years of 0% financing on any Diamonds Direct purchase. It's your chance to get her the perfect ring with 0 interest and comfortable monthly payments that fit your budget. But act fast. This offer ends September 30th. For details and more, visit DiamondsDirect.com. Spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest on approved credit. Only at Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from
Jacksonville's biggest parking lot located on the north side of town, I-95 northbound this afternoon. It's all because of a crash at Airport Road blocking all northbound lanes.
You don't
still
have to answer
have
in the
police
form
and
of a
road rangers
question,
on
Steve.
scene. Traffic is getting by over on the right shoulder, but delays stretch back for over 6 miles.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys
over and you can annoy them with all your questions?
Johnny? Take you at 17
That's
northbound.
right, Steve.
No, you will see some
Bueller
congestion
Air and
that way
Plumbing
as
can
well.
answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last
If it manually
longer while
drivers heading
saving
out to Orange
electricity,
Park, west of
making
Beltway
sure
northbound, stop and go once you hit Olson
are
Augustine
cool.
Road. You're looking at least
Where
16
is the
minutes to
parking
get
lot?
between the
You're killing
95
me,
exits
Steve.
and landing from the WOKV Traffic Center. I'm Brian Middleton.
BuellerAir.com.
When I say Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned has big selection, I mean it's huge. Not over 100, not even 500, over 600 vehicles all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get 60 days to love it or exchange it. 60 days. And Arlington's Credit for Everyone program is here
What
to
you
help
got?
you get financed. Shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
Attention poker enthusiasts. The Ladies International Poker Series celebrates its 20th anniversary at
speakerphone.
Best Bet Jacksonville, September 20th to 22nd. The highlights include a World Poker Tour mega satellite, free Q&A session with the First Lady of Poker, Linda Johnson, and Women's Poker Hall of Famer, Jan Fisher. There's also a $300 Ladies Championship No Limit Hold'em tournament and the $200 Kings and Queens event. Don't miss this action-packed weekend. For full details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet Jacksonville, where the cards are hot.
Rich Jones here. Investing can be more about just filling a bank account. It's about having a secure retirement, protecting your family. Let DLP Capital help you to protect your wallet. why. Here's CEO and founder Don Wenner.
I started DLP Capital with an expectation that I could provide my family, my investors, my team members, and the families of my investors with awesome returns, limited volatility, and no losses, all while providing desperately needed affordable housing to the American workforce.
To get your investor's guide and learn more, dial ** invest on your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
Jaguars football is right around the corner. New players, existing superstars, and a great home schedule have optimism at an all-time high. Tailgaters delivers a premium experience every game. Tailgaters parking is right across the street from Everbank Stadium. Tailgaters offers clean, permanent restrooms, a full-service bar and grill. All parking spots are on well-kept grass lots. Demand is high, so spaces are very limited. Get your Jaguars season parking today at tailgatorsparking.com. Don't wait and miss out. Go to tailgatorsparking.com.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
ESPN.com is your home for all things ESPN 690. Find shows, podcasts, Florida State Seminoles football, contests, and more at ESPN690.com. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Consolation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, is excited to return to Timuquana Country Club with a week of entertainment September 30th through October 6th. This PGA Tour Champions event brings a unique approach to golf with our celebrity friends and a focus on live music, local food, and major fun for all. All proceeds benefit Northeast Florida charities through the Jim and Tabitha Furyk Foundation. Youth 17 and under and all military members and their families attend for free. Purchase tickets at consolationfurykandfriends.com.
Meet Mike Lester.
Talent is not going to be the right choice for every single person out there, right? Because everybody is different. We do well when our clients do well. We're literally sitting on the same side of the table with them. We're in this together.
Yeah.
When you do well, I'll do well. Once we have that understanding, then we can come up with a plan that's designed to help you be successful in retirement.
Find out more at guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Florida license D056341.
We have big rolls of carpet.
Wait, Carpet Man, what else do you have?
LVP. Carpet Man's
LVP.
LVP. Carpet Man. Carpet Man's LVP. The luxury beneath your feet. Our prices, they can't be beat. LVP. Carpet Man's LVP. Carpet Man. Carpet Man's LVP. Visit one of our mega flooring stores or go to carpetman.biz. Carpet Man Flooring, your hometown flooring store.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901 is the phone number if you want to join in. 904-362-9901. There were some press conferences today down at the stadium. You say something to me or no?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I got confused for a second. There were some press conferences down at the stadium today. You saw from offensive coordinator Press Taylor, defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen. I actually liked some of the questions they threw at Press. It's an interesting time to be this guy. You got Doug taking a lot of heat for last week. Like, I know the fans are giving Press some heat, but the press isn't really giving Press any heat. I do feel like Doug is getting some heat thrown at him.
You don't think that's warranted?
No, I do.
Oh.
I do. I don't think he should be fired by any stretch. I think he's a good coach. I think he should be here. But I do think he should be held accountable. And one of the things I think he needs to be held accountable for is leaving us in the lurch, leaving us asking questions about play calling as if he's got the attitude of, hey, guys, we got this, okay? It's taken care of. And clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. They asked Press Taylor at the press conference, hey, man, all those mistakes against Miami, are those correctable mistakes? Why is that funny to you? Why are you laughing at Press and the Jaguars?
No, I'm just, the way you present the question, I'm just like, I could see you asking it just like that. Hey, man, all those mistakes in the Miami game, all of them, it's correctable or nah?
How correctable are they? I thought it was a good question.
Okay.
I think very correctable, honestly.
Shocker. He thinks that he could fix them. Okay.
Some of the things were just communication or maybe just little techniques here and there as we go. You're going to have plays that things don't go well throughout the course of a game, but it's managing and minimizing like how bad things go at times. You can't turn the ball over. That's a big thing for us. And then just being on the same page with communication. On offense, running the football, it's 11 guys on the exact same page all the time, seeing it the same way, and making sure we're just all in sync, communicated throughout.
Press thinks it's all communication. Maybe he thinks that they could communicate some more pass plays to Trev in the fourth quarter. What are you talking about, Press?
Oh, you're not feeling the response?
No!
Okay.
Little techniques here and there as we go.
Techniques? And then he tries to throw ETN under the bus. Don't turn the ball over? You didn't lose the game on the turnover. They didn't.
They didn't lose it. You're right. They didn't lose it.
I get it. Momentum's a real thing. I get it. He didn't lose the game on the ETN turnover.
He did not lose the game. You're right.
Talking about technique. Doug saying we didn't get conservative. Are we insane? We're just all on ashwagandha, as you like to say, Brian.
Do you feel like this response is almost gaslighting?
Yes.
Okay.
It was your first time being able to see the O-line actually play together for a full game in this iteration. These five guys, Cam, Ezra, Mitch, Sheriff, and Anton. How did you feel that they played?
I thought there were some encouraging things. I thought just overall as an entire offensive unit, it's a lot to build on, but a lot that we need to improve on as we move forward throughout the week.
Especially at the right tackle. He didn't say that part, but, it kind of needs to be said. Especially at the right tackle.
Okay.
We were happy with Anton Harrison as a rookie, despite what the numbers told you. Because the numbers told you it wasn't as pretty as we wanted it to be. But he's a rookie. Got to give him some grace. Thought he did well. For a position he didn't play, lifelong left tackle, starting right tackle against some of the biggest dogs in the NFL, did fine. But the grace period is over. Anton did not have a good game. In fact, it was so bad that even though he was having a bad game, it was Sheriff who was getting double teamed right next to him. Sheriff got double teamed. I saw a ridiculous, I think it was like 70% of snaps, he's getting two guys thrown at him. Wild. He still did great. After the momentum flipped in Sunday's game, what's your reaction to how your offense reacted to the adversity? How concerned are you? They had no conversions on first downs, 4 yards on 8 plays in the fourth quarter. It's just communication, says Press, right? How do you answer the question?
I don't know that necessarily had to do with momentum or anything like that. I think it came down to being able to execute. I think if we convert one of those third downs, we get a chance to run more plays.
What didn't come down to momentum? Losing the game? After the momentum flipped in Sunday's game, what's your reaction to how the offense reacted to adversity? What is he trying to say up front there?
I don't know that necessarily had to do with momentum or anything.
If it didn't have to do with momentum, why'd you mention turning the ball over?
Yeah.
Why'd you mention ETN fumbling in the end zone? That dude needs to hear it from you again?
Circle talk. We getting there.
I don't know that necessarily had to do with momentum or anything like that. I think it came down to being able to execute. I think if we convert one of those third downs, we get a chance to run more plays.
Hey, you're not going out on a limb there.
We get a chance to continue to move the football. I think you saw we had the backed up drive. We have 6 plays, and we're all the way down to the 3-yard line out of our own 2, I believe it was. So,
Doug said the same thing yesterday. It's like, guys, just harp on the drive that we almost did well with.
So, okay, so I share in your frustration at the response and a bit more because I think I'm a better Jags fan than you are. I know you talk about him, but you're not a fan of him. You're open about that.
I like the team.
They need to do well.
I wouldn't call myself a Jaguars fanatic.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm trying just to understand this from someone who is kind of outside looking in, even though, as long as they're doing well and it's not against the Jets, you're good with it. What would be a better response for you?
To which question?
To this past question. This one's really got you riled up. If you are the offensive coordinator with all the other stuff swirling around your head, and you can't basically peeve off the people in the building, and I guess you're trying to give the media something. Like, what's a more acceptable answer or response than what Press just said?
Well, let me clarify right up front. What I'm about to say is my answer that I would like.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the right answer.
Oh,
I'm not claiming to know better than Press or Doug.
No, of course not.
But I'm telling you what I think would be authentic.
Okay.
If they were to ask me after the momentum flipped in Sunday's game, what's your reaction to how the offense reacted to adversity? I would look the media in the face and go, well, it didn't really feel like they did. We need to be better. What we put out there was not what we consider Jaguars football. We told you we wanted to move the ball down the field with purpose this year. We told you we wanted to be physical. We told you we would not be stopped by 3rd and short this year. We failed on those fronts at the end of the game, and we will work our hardest to make sure that doesn't happen again against the Browns.
Ooh-wee. You want to be a speechwriter for the Jags?
That's off the top of my head. These guys practice.
Well, you talk for a living.
Just be authentic. You don't have to tell the truth. You don't have to give all the secrets.
What?
No.
Can I quote you on that?
Because they can't tell the truth. Gamesmanship. They don't want to give away the secrets. They don't want to call one of their players a piece of garbage. I get it. You don't have to tell the truth. Just be authentic. Are you happy with the result? Then don't pretend like you are. Are you happy with the product? Then don't pretend like there's not a problem here. It wasn't miscommunication. It's poor execution. We looked bad. You can say it. Your team agrees with you. Look at those interviews after the game. They felt the same way. What are we hiding here? Tired of it. You didn't have many opportunities to drop back and pass after the game got tight. Is that something you guys have taken a look at? Can I just throw the flag here on the media for the second?
Personal foul, offense. He was giving them the business.
Guys, you heard yesterday, Doug told you that they did exactly what they wanted to do in the second half. It didn't work out. Clearly, they didn't score. But you asked Doug why you got conservative. And Doug's like, nope, not what happened. And then you follow that narrative through to this question. Like the media should be in trouble here for accepting that as truth. We watched it. We saw them run. We saw them not pass. But go ahead, talk to Press about you didn't have many opportunities to drop back. Who determines the opportunity? You tell me, Brian, who is in charge? Who is in charge of deciding whether Trevor drops back or hands off the football?
A couple of different answers there, but ultimately it'd be the play caller, the head coach.
Oh, cool.
If that's what you're going for.
All right, any one of the three?
But it felt like the question from the report. No, I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
It felt like the question from the reporter. So sarcastic isn't the word, but it didn't. It felt like I just want to get a response on why they didn't drop back, but let me put it in a way where
I don't get yelled at like yesterday,
or defensive answer or something.
Why not take the defensive answer?
Because maybe they'll share something else. Like, that's what it felt like with the question. It didn't feel like it was a genuine, like, you didn't get a lot of chances. I get it. We all get it. Like, no.
Okay.
That wasn't kind of energy from the reporter. Now, I can't say what Press was thinking because authenticity, and I'm learning what that is.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's just the limited number of plays we were able to have in that situation. We moved the.
We didn't have enough plays.
Yeah.
How many do you think they ran in the second half? 20, 25? Something like that. I think they had 53 for the whole game. Didn't have enough opportunities. That's the problem. I mean, if you're wondering why Albert Breer thinks the Jags are going 0-17, it's probably because the Jags don't have enough opportunities.
You know what? Albie's looking smarter and smarter. Yeah.
But we felt like we were getting started on a couple drives, and we get in a 3rd and 1 scenario, we don't convert, 4th and 1, don't convert. But that gives you an opportunity now to get a whole new set of downs, call more plays, get in that rhythm of things. I think what we were trying to do was the right thing. Did we get it done all the time? No, obviously not. You want to be able to consistently put things together, but we felt like, we were 2 yards away from potentially putting that game away, and then all of a sudden, but you have to overcome that. That's the NFL. Every game.
Okay, there we go. I want to hear that. Stop pretending like this wasn't a problem.
Game is going to find a way to come down to one score. 75% of the games are going to come down to one score. So you got to find a way to, when you have an opportunity to put somebody away, put them away, but then respond and be resilient when things aren't going your way, or you feel momentum is flipped, or whatever the challenges are. You got to be able to execute at every single situation.
Every single situation. It's not something any team does, but it's something that is expected of just about every one of them. Do your job on every down. It's okay to say we didn't, because we didn't. We didn't. While the music's playing, I'll do this one. One last one before we go to break. You spent a lot of time in the offseason on the run game revamping. They talked about it a lot. They wanted to do a lot of work on 3rd and 4th and short. What are your thoughts on how that's going?
I think there were some positives to build on. Again, we just want to get better next week than we were this week. So there's a lot to build on with certain things, whether it was timing of, the backs being in synchronization with the combination block, the timing of combination blocks, the togetherness of some of those blocks at times.
This is actually one of these press things he does. I don't even mind it. He's answering, but he's digging so deep into the grease board with the answer, you lose half the room. Half the room's like, yeah, I'll just record this and look at it later.
Lost me just now.
I'm too busy scrolling Instagram for Shannon Sharpe's latest post.
Oh, boy.
It's the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901. I thought I was going to calm down. Apparently I was wrong. When we come back, maybe a little action for tonight's game on the Aaron Schachter Show.
ESPN 690 is your home for Florida State Seminoles football. Get all the action from the Garnet and Gold on the gridiron.
Florida State opens with a touchdown.
On Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. ESPN 690 is your home for Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
High to right center. It's out of here.
Hear all of the action from the Crustacean Nation.
And Jacksonville's blown this game open.
On Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the third bite, you get the idea. The boss of breakfast burritos, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Meet Jennifer, talking about her experience with BioTarget Regenerative Therapy at Injury Care Centers.
I'm a music teacher and play the piano, and I was unable to play the piano at all due to pain from carpal tunnel. I did notice a significant difference after the first treatment. I was in immense pain and unable to work, and I woke up the following day able to fully move my wrist again. I was a pill popper. I would take ibuprofen all the time to help manage my pain, and it did not really do a great job. What really sold me was knowing that if it was not successful, I'd be able to get all of my money back. So I would highly recommend it to anybody who's experiencing any type of pain.
BioTarget Regenerative Therapy has helped countless others. Call 904-92-REGEN. Go to biotarget.com to learn more. If you don't feel results, we'll refund the cost. It's our risk-free guarantee.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when intended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you can watch every game, every Sunday, all in one place. Which means you can watch the Dolphins, and the Broncos, and the Lions, and the Cowboys, and the Jets. Or whoever you're rooting for, all in your living room. But not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Watch every game, every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Connect with us on Facebook.
What do you mean by that?
Search for @ESPN690Jax and check out the latest sports news, live stream, or show clip.
Now we talking.
ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. A couple of minutes left. Appreciate you guys hanging along with us today. You know I like to get some action going on the games, and thanks to our new partner on the Aaron Schachter Show, Underdog Fantasy, I can do that with you guys. And so, Brian, that's what I want to do here. I want your help with some of these picks. Not a lot of time for the folks to call in at 904-362-9901, so this will just be me and you here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Underdog Fantasy picks for me tonight. Their projections for the players, and we pick higher or lower.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this right now. It looks like Josh Allen's locked out for me, maybe because I've already made some picks with him, but those numbers are somewhat low for Josh Allen against the Dolphins. So that would be some nice action for you if you're on Underdog Fantasy. Their projection is 244.5 passing yards for Josh Allen. Josh Allen averages like 300-something yards against the Dolphins.
Okay.
So that would be a big one if you were to pick that. Let's see if we do have an opportunity for other Josh Allen projections here. If you want to take part in any of these rushing yard, completion percentage, or first TD scores, choose one for me, bud.
Let's see. Interceptions.
Interceptions. The number projected is 1/2. The only option we have to take is higher. Do we think he'll throw a pick against the Dolphins? I don't. What about first quarter rushing TDs? I think he can get one of those.
I don't know. In the first quarter? He could.
Well, that's a scorcher right there at 2.93 times.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we'll do that one.
All right.
Let's get another pick going. How about Tyreek Hill? What do you want to do here? First half receiving yards? They got him projected at 49.5.
Okay.
Above or below?
Below.
Below. That's number 2. Let's go to Tua. Passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, attempts. What do you got here? Fantasy points.
What's the fantasy points?
Fantasy points. They're claiming 1865 fantasy points.
He's going to be higher than that.
Higher than that.
He definitely would.
All right. Next player will be James Cook, running back for the Bills.
I'll let you. You got that.
I'm going to go with I don't think he's going to have a big game. I really don't think he's going to be a big part of the game plan this year. I think that's going to be all Josh Allen on the ground. Let's go lower than 12.35 fantasy points.
Okay.
How about our guy? Shout out to FSU, Keon Coleman.
Hey. What do you got?
We got receiving yards. We got touchdowns. We got first TD scorer. We got longest reception, 20.5 yards.
That's a good one.
You like that one? The projection at 20.5 yards, longest reception. You think he will have higher than that or lower than that?
Man. I want to believe in him, but I'm going to say lower than that.
Lower than that. That gives us 5 picks, which we will throw in an entry at $1. At $1.
Look at that.
And it pays out, if all 5 are correct, at $63.87.
Okay.
We could flex it to get 5 or 4 correct. Which one? You want to let it ride or you want to do the flex?
I'm a flexer.
All right. So if we get all 5 correct, we'll make $31.93. If we get 4 correct, we will make $7.98. And we are putting in and confirming. And that is now in the books. We have made the action. That is the picks right there. We'll watch the game tonight and see how we do. This has been the Aaron Schachter Show. Appreciate you guys watching along on YouTube, listening along on the radio. We got one more show this week, locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmitt Smith Hall of Famer, scheduled to be on the Aaron Schachter Show tomorrow. That is not a joke. We'll see you.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Elevate your live music experience with Daly's Place Blue. Live like a VIP with the best seats in the house, premium parking, your own private entrance, VIP lounge access, and guaranteed tickets to sold-out shows. Go to dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000.
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Time to pop open the Underdog Fantasy app and look at the projections for tonight's game. Hey, guys, it's Aaron from the Aaron Schachter Show, and it's a good one tonight. AFC East matchup. Buffalo, Miami. You got a bunch of big players in the game, and I'm just trying to figure out where my action's going to go. I could stick with the pick'em, especially because the projections they've got for Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill both seem kind of low. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but it does seem like an easy win for me tonight. Underdog Fantasy is super fun to play, and it's so easy to get started. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with the promo code TASS. And what'll happen is Underdog's going to give you a special to use on your first contest and a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TASS, The Aaron Schachter Show, to claim your new customer offer of a mystery special plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Must be 18 or over and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Bueller Aaron Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions. Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Aaron Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.